Hello everybody, my name is Yukon Wainzak, and welcome to the first devlog for Prototype 8. Um, First off, I would like to start the video by just stating that nothing you see here represents the final product. All art is prototype art and will be replaced. And this is just really for entertainment purposes. So don't go, freaking out being like, oh, this looks like shit, because I know it looks like shit. Trust me, I want it to look great. So, you know. So first, before I say anything, a few of you people might be like, Prototype 8, what about Prototype 7? Because the last devlogs I made were for Prototype 7. Now, I would like to first point out that Prototype 7 doesn't exist anymore. It's dead. But this game is basically just a recoded version of Prototype 7. The idea is, the problem with Prototype 7 was that I would get way too focused on the art without implementing actual features. So, instead of that, I've kind of decided to instead stop with Prototype 7, because whenever I just open it, I always find the need to, make a specific art asset or something and start an entirely new project with much more better, well, hopefully betterly coded, what's it called? Betterly coded systems, and then, hopefully just make it work. Well, get all the features done. Hopefully, after I get all the features done, head into alpha, which will then be the main content creation portion, and then beta, which is then when I'm going to do all the art. So I'm trying to plan this a little bit more efficiently than I did with Prototype 7. I kind of just wung it and I'm going to make a game. And so I'm trying to be a little bit smarter about it this time. Also, just like to say, I am streaming development almost every day on Twitch. I'm actually making this right before I stream, so, yeah. And then, of course, I'm going to post devlogs on my blog. I don't know which day yet, but I'm going to probably be posting them kind of often. I want to get on a roll with working on this game, and I want to get stuff done really fast. But anyways, enough about that stuff. If you want to hear the story, it might it might be good if you're new. It might be good to check out Prototype 7's videos just in case you want to understand a little bit more about the game. But for right now, I'm just going to assume that you already know all that stuff and just get right into the features. So first off, I re-added the camera from Prototype 7. It's smooth, sleek, supports screen shake. All I need to do is just code in, weapons, and then screen shake will be a thing. I did basic movement that I stole back from Prototype 7. So basically, that's just stuff I took from Prototype 7. Also, this background's a background from Super Grim Fantasy. I just threw it in there because, heck, I don't really feel like making a new one, and plus the snow it didn't really give me a sense of perspective, to see if I'm really moving or not. So anyways, and then to the new features. So if you read my blog post, you probably already know about this, but I added a new type of inventory. So in Prototype 7, there was two, basically what you could do is you could hold two weapons, one your primary and your secondary, one would be here, one would be here, and that was all your inventory was. This is a completely different perspective, as Prototype 8, unlike Prototype 7, focuses more on general survival. I feel like the game is transitioned into more of a survival game rather than just story-based Nuclear Throne-esque. So I'm trying to make it more and more survival-like, and in order to counter the lack of enemies that you're going to see every second of the game. As games like Nuclear Throne, you're always in constant action. My game, you're not going to be at all. So basically, this is the inventory. It's pretty rudimentary, but I'm working on it. I hope to get it, make it better, very soon. So this is your backpack. If you followed development before, you might know Valor, the main character, which does not look like a box. That's just temporary. Has a backpack, so I'm like, okay, I'll just throw that in there. You can pick up items, drag them around. Do all that stuff. Normally with normal items, like ones that don't have stacks, you can pick one up and if I was to drop it on this one, it would swap. But I haven't added that functionality for stacks yet, and I plan to do that either today or tomorrow. But I also added you can pick up things and they go into their stack. So, I'm pressing B right now, which is my just default testing pickup key, which is basically I'm picking up pistol ammo. If you have 2 stacks of something, you can merge them. And so that was 22 and 9, so now it's 31. And they have stack limits. So the stack limit for the pistol ammo is 40, I believe. So see, I have a 31 stack and a 21 stack. I can put it together, and yeah, see, a stack of 40, and then I get the remaining 12 left. So it allows me to make things like stack things properly. Also, you might also notice this over here. This is the weapon inventory. Now, one thing that this features rather than one thing that this has the Prototype 7 didn't is you can actually pick up your gun and move it between the slots. The idea is that there's not going to be a single primary or secondary. These are just going to be 2 slots you can have. And the idea is you will right-click on an item to equip it. You will also be able to equip like most inventory items, if not all, because they are going to have like their own unique purposes. Even if it's just like you can hold them in your hands. Like for example, ammo is probably just gonna be like, oh, you can hold it in your hands. But like matches, this is matches, by the way. It's horrible art, I know, but you're gonna be able to right click it and start a fire. And I have support for all that deep in the code. I just don't have it actually like written in. The item system will allow it, but I need to actually write all that stuff. And the idea is you'll just right click an item to equip it. Same with the weapons. And you can just equip it. I'm thinking actually of moving these to the side. Like this would be on the side, and it would be like turned 90 degrees, and then this would be on the side and turned 90 degrees. So it's like you're looking at the back of Valor really at that point, and it's one gun's on one of his shoulders and one gun's on the other of his shoulder. So I don't know. I'm still thinking about that, but that's probably what I'm gonna do. And yeah, also just a little thing that took me a little bit, so I kind of want to say it at least, is if you take a weapon, right? Since these are technically 2 different inventory systems, but they run on the same like general scripting, there was a lot of issues about putting weapons in items spaces and putting items in weapon spaces. But I can tell you flat out, I'm clicking right now. You can't do that at all. I got that out of the code, and it works fine. Same with items and the other thing. So that's really all the stuff I did so far. It's not really that much. I wish it was more, but I have only been working on the game for a few days, and that inventory system actually took a lot out of me. Believe it or not, it's a lot of code to write in a short amount of time, especially when you're streaming it, and sometimes people just talk to you, and you get a little bit off topic. Nothing to any of the people who join the stream. They're all great, wonderful, awesome guys who have been supporting me throughout this thing, giving me feedback, help, all that stuff. So I really thank them all. But, just saying, it can get a little distracting on stream. While I'm generally more productive on stream than I am off stream, still, at the same time, it's sometimes I'm more productive, on, I don't have the distraction when I'm not streaming. Also, a little thing that I'm not really going to show because it would screw too hard with the recording software is I added resolution controls. So right now, I kind of based it off of Luftrausers and mixed with Undertale's resolution controls, which are just like F1 is default scale, F2 is 2 times, F3 is 3 times for those people with 4K monitors, and then F4 is full screen. Also, if you press F3, F2, or F1, it drops you out of full screen if you're in it. So, I mean, it's not that advanced and not that crazy, but, it's good to have. I would also like just to point out that this is a default, this is the default SNES resolution, and that's the resolution the game's probably going to be when it launches. So, just keep that in mind. It's not necessarily the highest resolution. I think it's 512 by 448. So it's going to be a pretty small-ish game, and you're probably going to need to scale it up. So those resolution controls actually do really come in handy. But yeah, that really concludes it for the first devlog. I thank you for stopping by and watching. Maybe subscribe, like, do whatever. And if you're on Tumblr, a follow would be a really great thing. I'm trying to gain a little bit of traction on my blog. especially since I rebooted it onto Tumblr, and all the support would be really awesome. I plan on developing this game for a long time, and well, I mean, not hopefully not too long, but I plan on going throughout the development of this game and making it into something great. So all your support would mean a lot to me, and I would love to be able to keep doing this and hopefully make it in the independent game industry, because this I love developing games. So yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching, and have a good one, guys.